After winning 80 million in the lottery, I immediately withdrew from the national online novel competition. When Bella the Junior found out, she gave me a slap right away. Running away at the last minute? Do you think that's fair to your teacher's dedication and your friends' expectations? Or is there something wrong with your entry, and you're afraid the judges will find out? In the past life, Bella's entry in the national online novel competition was identical to mine. I asked the editor who inspired my novel and my first love, who I was close with, to help clear my name. But they issued an apology instead, asking the judges to give me a second chance since I was young. Online users weren't buying it, and they called me a shameless plagiarist. Unable to prove my innocence, I got branded a cheat. I got kicked out of school and faced massive penalty fees. My mom ran around trying to defend me, but she was verbally attacked online and fell seriously ill overnight. Blow after blow left me completely devastated, not wanting to be a burden to my family anymore. I hopelessly jumped from the rooftop, but to my surprise, when I opened my eyes again, I was back a week before the competition. Eliza, I made your favorite braised ribs. Eat something before you continue writing, okay? You've been working all day without a break. My brother Ryder signed to me, looking concerned. I was so shocked I nearly fell off my chair. That's when Tyler walked in. He handed me a box and said, "Hey, I heard your shoulder's been bothering you. This massager might help you relax." I've been through this scene before. In my past life, I thought I was the happiest person in the world. My brother, 5 years older than me, had always looked out for me. And my first love, Tyler, wasn't blood-related, but he was as close as family. But since being reborn, my feelings were different. In that past life, my novel entry for the National Online Novel Competition was identical to Bella's. The judges noticed right away. As an author who had won multiple awards, I was considered a strong contender for first place. But once this happened, I was thrown into a media frenzy. I reached out to my editor brother and my first love for help to clear my name. But to my shock, they both refused. Ryder, without asking me, even released an apology, pleading with the competition organizers to give me a second chance since I was young. The internet erupted when they found out. No wonder someone so bold to plagiarize in such a big competition must have been covered by her editor brother. What a family of imposters. Apologize and all's forgiven? Who believes that? If apologies worked, why would we need cops? So young, huh? She's at least 18, right? Want to be a baby, go home and be one. Don't come out here making people sick. Under the pressure of public opinion, the competition organizers rejected Ryder's request. The main reason I joined the competition was for the $300,000 prize for first place. Ryder had injured his vocal cords, making him unable to speak. I wanted to win to pay for his surgery, but after the competition, I didn't get any prize money and faced giant penalties instead. And unexpectedly, inexperienced Bella won first place. Her entry was even praised as the best short story in years. It was bought by a film company to be adapted. Just like that, she became an overnight sensation. While I became the disgrace everyone scorned as a plagiarist. The school expelled me due to the negative impact of the plagiarism scandal. To pay off the huge penalty, I delivered food without any educational qualifications. But once customers recognized me, they purposely gave bad reviews, wasting all my hard work for the day. My mom tried to defend me, running everywhere, only to be hounded online until she fell sick and ended up in the hospital. To cover the high medical bills, I went to work on a construction site carrying cement. But within a few days, the foreman chased me off and withheld all my wages. Then I got a call from the hospital. They said my mom's condition was bad and told me to prepare for the worst. That was the last straw, and I lost all will to live. One night, I climbed to the hospital rooftop and jumped off. But to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was back a week before the contest. Looking at my brother and first love, who cared for me so dearly, my emotions were all over the place. Eliza, I got some writing materials through inside channels. If you write based on them, you'll definitely win first place. Ryder signed, putting a document in front of me. Tyler, standing beside him, jokingly said, "Eliza, you've got to win first place." I'm counting on your prize money to buy me those limited edition sneakers. I knew he was joking, but I couldn't bring myself to laugh. Ryder's my brother. He'd never harm me. Tyler's my first love. Despite his sharp tongue, he always protected me. So it couldn't be them. What went wrong? Even in elementary school, I won first prize in a children's writing contest. In college, I frequently published stories in magazines. My mentor said I'd have no trouble winning the competition. He believed in me when the plagiarism scandal broke. Plus, I'd serialized novels before and had them released as books that sold well. There was no need for me to plagiarize Bella. Just then, Bella posted screenshots showing the submission times of our entries. The timestamps showed she submitted hers an hour earlier. She also shared her inspiration and story outline on social media a week before the contest. The online storm of accusations almost drowned me. There's no way Eliza didn't copy Bella. The evidence is clear. How can she still deny it? I heard Eliza's had works published before. Must have been stolen too, just not caught yet. Good thing her brother and pal woke up to reality and didn't cover for her, or real talents would have been wronged. With the buzz so intense, the issue quickly trended online. The competition organizers took it seriously and authenticated the evidence Bella submitted. It was all verified and unedited. They concluded that I copied Bella. I was stunned. The competition novel was my creation, inspired by material my brother gave me. How could it be plagiarism? But I had no proof to defend myself. I didn't understand why Bella's entry was exactly like mine. Did my brother give Bella the same material? Ryder and Tyler didn't seem suspicious at all. I started checking Bella's social media. Based on the timeline, she must have shared her novel's inspiration and outline by now. But with Ryder and Tyler watching me, I quickly jotted down an outline to brush them off. Then I pretended to have a stomach ache and needed to go to the bathroom. Tyler seemed annoyed. You always need something. Ryder gave you the inspiration and material, and you still try to slack off. Ryder used sign language to defuse the tension. The competition is a week away. Don't rush Eliza, there's time. If she follows my guidance, she'll definitely win first place. Time to find the truth was running out for me. After locking the bathroom door, I opened Bella's social media. I heard her dad is a high-level executive, her mom's a university professor, and because she's beautiful, she has many fans. But I don't know her well. Ryder works with Bella's mom, so they probably know each other. Once I saw him signing with Tyler, saying Bella was charming and unlike me, who's more of a tomboy. He advised Tyler to marry someone like Bella for her looks and family background, saying it would save him 10 years of struggle. I thought he was joking. Looking back, he probably meant it. But why would someone like Bella target me? Then I stumbled upon her newly posted inspiration and novel outline. I was shocked. Wasn't this the material Ryder just gave me? Even her outline was identical to the one I had just scribbled. The comments were full of praise. I've never seen such a unique novel structure. The digital literature field is saved. Write it quickly. I have a feeling you'll win first place. Our inspirations clashing might be understandable, but why was her outline identical to mine? Ryder and Tyler were the only ones who came to the study. Could it really be them? The thought sent chills down my spine. Why would they do this? Could family bonds and childhood friendships be weaker than a passing acquaintance with Bella? I stayed in the bathroom for an hour and made a bold decision. In my last life, my competition entry was fantasy, my strength. I won first place, but it was nothing innovative. This time, I'm writing a mystery thriller. If I was accused of plagiarism back then, I'll rewrite it now. Regardless of the result, at least I can shed the plagiarism accusation. Switching genres left me tossing and turning. Early the next morning, I snuck out to my mentor's house. She was my first writing encouragement, and the one who believed in me at this competition. Seeing me, she smiled warmly and handed me a steaming meat bun. Eliza, haven't had breakfast, huh? Sensing my distress, she asked, did something happen? Tell your teacher. I forced a smile. Teacher, if I don't win first place this time, will you be very disappointed? She patted my head and said, it's okay not to win first place. I know your ability. You can try harder next time. Your happiness is more important. Her words solidified my resolve. After leaving my mentor's home, I got a message from Ryder. Eliza, Where'd you go? Tyler brought you breakfast and you're not here. He's upset. I replied, out buying writing materials. I'll be back soon. I decided not to use the material Ryder gave me. I also didn't tell them about changing my competition topic, since they were my prime suspects. I went to the school library to work on my new entry. I stayed until nightfall, finally completing my novel's outline. I stretched, planning to rest and check Bella's updates. Unexpectedly, Ryder and Tyler showed up. I was puzzled about how they knew I was there. Ryder set a steaming food box on the table and signed, "Afraid you'll forget to eat while writing. I brought you a meal." Tyler handed me a thermos. "This is chicken soup I made all afternoon to nourish you." They both looked so genuine. It made me doubt if they could harm me. If not them, then who? Feeling confused, I faked a smile. "You came at the right time. I'm just hungry. Let me wash my hands, then I'll eat." I headed to the restroom with my phone. Instead of going to the ladies' room, I opened Bella's social media by the sink. She had posted again. How shameless, sharing my inspiration and outline only to have someone use it without a word. How is this different from stealing? I'm forced to start over. The post included a photo of a girl studying in the library, with a familiar silhouette. Anyone who looked closely would see that the silhouette was me. But who took the photo? Fans in the comments worried time was too short for Bella to rewrite. Bella said she planned to write a mystery thriller, and her outline was ready. I was amazed. I hadn't told anyone about changing genres. Why were we still colliding topics? I must have an informant around me. Is it Ryder or Tyler? But why are they doing this? Suddenly, someone tapped me on the shoulder. "Eliza, what are you daydreaming about?" I jumped. It was Ryder and Tyler, here in the bathroom looking for me. They came to check since I hadn't returned. Shaken up, my eyes darted around. "Guys, why don't you head back? I'll eat in a bit." I wasn't sure if they noticed me scrolling through Bella's posts. As soon as I finished speaking, Tyler snapped, "Eliza, Ryder and I were nice enough to bring you food. And this is your attitude? Don't think I haven't noticed you being wary of us these days. It's like you've got no conscience." Ryder quickly pulled him back, gesturing. "Tyler's just got a sharp tongue but a soft heart. Ignore him. We're worried about your safety since you're out so late." I quickly replied, "The campus is full of security cameras. It's safe. If you're worried, I'll stay in the dorm this week, so you guys don't have to fuss." Tyler snorted, "Whatever, I'm done babysitting." With that, he dragged Ryder out of the study room, and I finally exhaled in relief. By 10:30 p.m., I packed up and headed back to the dorm. As soon as I walked in, I heard my roommates talking about Bella. I joined them, and it turned out Bella had just posted on her social media. It was a photo of 3 hands holding up Coke bottles for a toast, captioned, "Sky falling?" My brothers got it covered. I immediately recognized Ryder and Tyler's hands. Since when were they this close? Right after, 2 comments popped up below the photo. "Bella is forever my little princess." "Bella, don't worry. We'll make sure you get first place." I blinked, questioning if I was seeing things. But after refreshing, the comments were gone. This confirmed my suspicion that the plagiarism incident was linked to them. I wasn't surprised. Luckily, I'll be staying in the dorm this week, so even if they want to cause trouble, there's only so much they can do. Now I can finally focus on my writing. But as I drifted off to sleep, I noticed my roommate Amy sneaking a look at my notebook. Instantly wide awake, I yelled, "Amy, what are you doing?" Startled, Amy dropped my notebook. "What are you yelling about? Don't think I don't know you're the one who plagiarized my cousin's work." Turns out Amy is Bella's cousin. She purposely posted my personal info in the comments section of Bella's post. My messages blew up with insults, even to the point where someone poured dirty water on my bed and put dead cockroaches in my water bottle. Out of options, I reached out to my mentor. Last time I was wronged, she tried her best to clear my name. Though unsuccessful, she's the only one I trust right now. When she heard my situation, she immediately gave me keys to a small apartment, telling me to focus on the competition and deal with everything else afterward. Finally, before the competition ended, I finished writing my novel. Now I just need to submit it. At that moment, Bella updated her social media again. "My competition entry has been submitted. Thanks for all the support." The attached picture included a screenshot of her document. Even though it was blurred, I recognized the first lines. They matched my novel exactly. Her post was timestamped 10 minutes before I finished writing. I was devastated, smashing my laptop in frustration. Have I relived my life only to face the same fate? I suddenly felt defeated. Just then a message popped up on my phone. The lottery ticket I bought a few days ago had won $8 million. I was so thrilled I nearly jumped for joy. My family isn't well off. My college tuition was paid with royalty checks and student loans. If not for the $30,000 prize, I wouldn't even enter this competition. Now that I have money, the competition results don't matter as much. A plan started forming in my mind to make Bella, the serial plagiarist, face consequences. I didn't tell anyone about winning. Instead, I revised my competition entry and submitted it again. Bella loves to copy. Let her keep at it. As soon as the contest ended, Bella rushed to start a live stream, sharing her competition tips. In the chat, comments poured in. With your confidence, you'll definitely make top 3, right? Before Bella could reply, Tyler commented, top 3? Bella's definitely getting first place. I believe in her. The live stream erupted with congratulations for Bella, but her smug demeanor quickly changed. Viewers were puzzled until a few cops appeared on screen, promptly cuffing Bella and saying, "You're under investigation for inappropriate activities. Please come with us." Even through the screen, you could feel the authority in their tone. Bella's face turned white, visibly panicked. Unexpectedly, viewer numbers skyrocketed, with comments going wild. How's this possible? Isn't she a well-off writer from a good family? What's going on? Yeah, she's such an innocent-looking college student. This must be a mistake. Someone jealous must be trying to frame her. But I know what's going on. Bella's hiding something. After finding out about my lottery win, I promptly disguised myself and collected my prize. Seeing those numbers in my bank account finally eased my anxiety, along with all the fear money had held over me. As if my intellect had returned, I recalled everything about Bella. Her dad's a high-level executive, and her mom's a professor. Yeah, that's true. But even those salaries couldn't support Bella's lifestyle. The clothes she wears are luxury brands worth thousands. The bag she carried was a limited edition worth hundreds of thousands. Even her phone case was a luxury brand. Not to mention, she jetted off on international trips every now and then. It made me suspect she had some dark secret. So, I shelled out big bucks to hire a private investigator to check into her. Turned out this Bella was an escort, a college student who accompanies wealthy big shots on their travels. Just a weekend getaway would earn her quite the hefty tip. It was those tips funding Bella's lavish lifestyle, spending nearly $1 million each month. Still, just exposing her didn't feel like enough. So I set a trap. Bella loved copying my novels, right? Well, I'd beat her at her own game. I wanted her to admit to her plagiarism and sordid deeds. I entered a suspense novel I'd already written into a contest, then deliberately let Bella get her hands on it. She didn't know I'd changed the ending. Anyone with half a brain could guess the finale. The ending was Bella exposing herself. But I wasn't worried about Bella figuring it out. She's not exactly a genius. I wanted her to own up to her dirt at this national contest. I wanted Ryder and Tyler to see the real side of their perfect goddess. As the police were about to take her away, Bella suddenly shouted in the live stream, "I'm being framed. The real culprit is my senior, Eliza." She was caught plagiarizing my entry and turned it around on me. Fans in the live stream quickly backed her up. Even Tyler popped in to vouch for Bella. Bella's dad's a top-level executive at a state enterprise, and her mom's a university professor. How could she be involved in anything dirty? It's gotta be Eliza, jealous and framing Bella. Officers, don't be so easily swayed. Tyler's defense didn't surprise me. He did the same thing in a past life. But then Ryder joined the live stream. As soon as he got in, he flooded the chat. Someone's obviously setting Bella up. She could never do something like this. I'll stake my reputation and career on it. If you don't believe me, I'll live stream a showdown with Eliza. Tyler chimed in, Ryder, I'm with you. Watching these comments was comical to me. I was staying in a tiny apartment of my mentors. There was no way they knew the address. Or so I thought, until 10 minutes later, the apartment door was kicked open. As soon as it was open, Ryder stormed in. grabbed my collar and yelled, "Eliza, it was you, wasn't it? You're jealous of me getting close to Bella and plotting revenge, right?" Tyler slapped me across the face too. "Ryder, no need to ask. It must be her. She was sneaky the week before the contest, peeking at Bella's shared materials and outlines to use them. Bella kept quiet, and now she's flipping the script. It's shameless. They interrogated me while streaming it live." I coldly eyed them both, feeling like I was seeing them for the first time. In a past life, I naively planned to use my winnings to cover Ryder's voice surgery. Seems he could talk just fine, only pretending to coax me into their trap. I slapped them each back, then said coolly, "Ryder, so you can talk? Keeping mute for days to lure me into this wasn't easy, huh?" Ryder stiffened, speechless at my retort. I turned to Tyler. "Got any proof I plagiarized Bella this time? Baseless accusations carry legal consequences." Tyler proudly claimed, "I'm not lying. Your entry is a blatant copy of Bella's. You're shameless for not apologizing and attacking Bella." I chuckled coldly. "Are you sure I copied Bella? If not, you owe me a public apology." Tyler scoffed, "Of course. The entry itself is proof. Your submission is identical to Bella's." I laughed again. "Oh really? How would you know what I submitted? Are you a judge I wasn't aware of? Or were you spying on me?" Tyler's face turned pale. He stammered, realizing his slip-up, but stuck to his guns. He insisted I had copied Bella. Fed up with his stubbornness, I called the contest organizers right there in front of thousands of live stream viewers. They confirmed I didn't even enter, so no chance of plagiarism. Tyler was stunned. "No way. You submitted an entry. Eliza, what did you do?" I looked at him coldly, questioning if Tyler's past kindness had all been a lie. I'd wondered if Ryder and Tyler had ways to spy on me, but I couldn't prove it. That's why, as a precaution, I unplugged my internet right before submitting my work. Meaning, my entry never actually got through. But whoever was watching me thought it did. At first, I was planning to just quit the competition. But then I thought if I acted rashly, Ryder and Tyler might just find another way to mess with me. So I played along with them. When Ryder and Tyler found out I didn't even participate, their faces turned white. I followed it up by showing a piece Bella plagiarized from me during a live stream, and even revealed the mystery's final twist: Bella admitting to plagiarism and shady dealings. The live chat exploded over this revelation. The comments were something else. I mean, who'd have thought this seemingly pure beauty of a writer was involved in such stuff? Didn't she say her mom was a college professor? How does a professor raise a daughter like that? Right. She stole someone else's work, and then pretended otherwise. That guy who helped her? No good either. Instead of supporting his sister, he helped sabotage her. Can that really be her brother? I heard about this plagiarism drama a few days ago. That Bella girl? She's been acting all highbrow, but she's just a poser. And she even had her cousin cyberbully others. Shameless. People like her, slandering others and invading privacy, should face the law. Once Ryder realized I hadn't joined the competition, he was in shock. "Eliza, you didn't join the competition. Why wouldn't you tell me? Watching me run around for you, you must have enjoyed that, huh?" Tyler joined in, adding drama. "Seriously, Eliza, that's just cruel. I even made chicken soup for you, thinking you were exhausted from competing. What a fool I was." I smirked. "Ryder, don't pull that moral high ground stuff. Didn't you keep the fact that you could talk from me? You're no saint. Plus, whether I compete or not is my business. Why should I inform you? Was you feeding me for my sake, or for Bella's? You know the truth. The so-called care you showed was just to keep tabs on me to ensure I would end up helping Bella." Ryder, exposed, was frustrated. "Even so, you can't accuse Bella of such things. A girl's reputation is crucial. You know that better than most. Aren't you afraid I'll charge you with slandering Bella?" In Ryder's livestream, Bella cried dramatically, "Brother Ryder, I'm innocent. It's Eliza who's framing me. You have to get justice for me." Then she pleaded with the police officers, "You can't just listen to only Eliza. You need proof. She's the one slandering me. If you're not arresting her, did she bribe you?" The police frowned, speaking sternly, "Young lady, watch your words. We wouldn't arrest you if we didn't have evidence. We tried sparing you public humiliation, but if you insist." As they finished, Bella's face drained of color. In my past life, Bella had seemed spiteful. But now, holding her wrongdoings, I saw her as spiteful and foolish. What she did was dirty, yet she was proud of it. She believed society shunned poverty, not promiscuity, never hiding her actions. Her admirers bought into her facade, never doubting her supposed wealth and status. So, when I dug into her background, it wasn't hard. After gathering evidence, I handed it straight to the police. With that, their involvement was ensured. It's something any rational person would understand, yet it escaped Bella's mind. Begging in front of thousands, she set herself up. Seeing Bella's dirty deeds revealed live, her face changing colors, she asked the police to end the stream and take her away. Watching her getting hauled off from Ryder's stream was satisfying. In the past, she burdened me with false guilt. Now, I'm returning the favor. As soon as Bella's stream ended, viewers flooded into Ryder's stream to get more drama. Spotting me on camera, they began showering compliments. Are you that award-winning author who's also published? You're so low-key, right? Writers are smart, using this method to force a confession. I'm a new fan. But hey, is that guy backing the copycat really your brother? Why would he help another girl? Is he even related? A brother like that? No thanks. Oh, not just him, her childhood friend too. What bad luck, surrounded by such scum. Seeing Bella taken away had Ryder and Tyler in a panic. They didn't want to miss the streaming opportunity. But when the audience turned on them, they angrily ended the stream, glaring at me before rushing to the station for Bella. The swift shift online reminded me of last life's online bullying. Back then, being accused by Bella brought sudden fame, but it was negative. This lifetime it's real popularity, with compliments. But I'm not thrilled. Fans are fickle. They follow trends, never digging for truth. It ruined my past life, but now aids my revenge. The chat comments reminded me. Tyler, eager for a shortcut, chose to blindly support Bella. What about Ryder? Why would he do this to me too? Could it be he's really not my brother? Thinking of this, I rushed home and, before Ryder returned, secretly grabbed some of his hair to get a DNA test. Things seemed to be getting more complicated, but until Bella got caught, I had no idea how she was copying me. At first, I thought she had Ryder and Tyler help install surveillance cameras in my house, or maybe put some spyware on my laptop. I later moved to my mentor's small apartment and had my computer checked thoroughly. Nothing seemed off. I was pretty frustrated. Just then my mentor's dad, a retired old cop, came into the picture. I shared my story with him. He furrowed his brows, thinking for a while, and then his gaze fixed on my glasses. He asked if he could take a look at them. I didn't hesitate and handed them over. He examined them with a magnifying glass, and suddenly it seemed like a light bulb went off in his head. Turned out, he was onto something. I was completely confused and didn't get what he meant. So, he handed the magnifying glass to me and told me to inspect the screws at the front of my glasses. Right in the center of one screw was a tiny hidden camera. You wouldn't notice it if you weren't looking closely. I was utterly shocked. I suddenly remembered that a month ago, when I was getting ready to sign up for this competition, Ryder accidentally broke my glasses. He apologized and gave me a replacement frame. Since they looked nice, I wasn't upset about it. Little did I know, he had tampered with them. No wonder he could always pinpoint my whereabouts. My mentor's father told me that this kind of micro camera was really sophisticated and rare on the market. If someone used it, they had to report it to the police. He suspected Ryder was doing something shady that could threaten national interests. The thought sent a chill down my spine. I suddenly recalled how Ryder initially studied programming, but switched to being an editor at a publishing house. Editors often have connections with esteemed university professors. Could there be an even larger conspiracy behind this? I immediately removed the camera, gave it to my mentor's father, and had him report it. With the camera, there was evidence of Bella plagiarizing me. In my previous life, I was wrongly accused of plagiarism, violating contest rules, and ended up with massive penalties. I wasn't about to let Bella off easy this time. I wanted to see how she'd worm her way out once the truth was revealed. Plus, I wasn't about to let accomplices like Ryder and Tyler go unpunished. I wrote a report on my doubts about Ryder's identity and submitted it to a government agency. Ryder didn't want his cover blown. Well, I'd expose it and watch him dig his own grave. After doing all this, I moved out immediately. I settled into a little villa that I had bought ahead of time with lottery winnings. With 80 million in prize money, I felt ready to face anything. Mainly, I didn't want to deal with questions from Ryder, that scumbag, or Tyler, my friend who'd trade loyalty for profit. Then I blocked Ryder and Tyler on everything. Afterward, I signed up for a nationwide tour to take a break. It was summer anyway, and school was out. Plus, the events of my past life had left me constantly on edge. I desperately needed a break. After a month of traveling, I returned to the villa with a bunch of souvenirs. Just as I was about to send some to my mentor, Ryder ambushed me outside the community area. After living together for over a decade, it was almost hard to recognize him. He looked much thinner and worn out, with stubble and bloodshot eyes. Before I could call out for help, he yanked me into a nearby van. Holding my shoulders tightly, he demanded, "Eliza, why did you move? Don't you know I've been worried about you?" I rolled my eyes, feeling utterly dumbfounded. "I think you're just afraid you can't find me, and there'll be no one left to get Bella out of trouble, right?" Ryder paused, his tone softened. "Eliza, I know you're mad about me keeping things from you, but I'm your brother. I'm genuinely concerned. Why think like that about me?" I sighed. "If that's the case, now that you've seen I'm okay, can you let me go?" As I was about to pull the door open to leave, Ryder grabbed me again. Seeing him hesitating, I got impatient. "If you've got something to say, spit it out. I'm busy and don't have time to waste here." Ryder sighed and tested the waters. "Eliza, can you help Bella? She's the daughter of an important client, and now her reputation is ruined. She's on the brink, almost jumped off a building. Just for your brother's sake, could you help her?" I retorted. "I don't even know her. How can I help?" A glimmer of hope lit up Ryder's eyes. "You could just say the paper Bella submitted was actually yours, and you accidentally used her account. It was just a joke, and Bella would be cleared." I let out a cold laugh. "Ryder, are you sure about that?" Ryder nodded eagerly. I was fuming. "Ryder, don't you get that if I did that, it means I made a false police report, which could land me in jail? Are you really trying to harm me like this?" Ryder lost his cool too. "Eliza, don't act like I don't know. With your 80 million lottery win, you've got everything now. Can't you just help Bella a little? You could do this competition for your brother. Why can't you do this favor for him?" I stared at him, grinning. "You mentioned doing it for a brother. But are you really my brother?" Immediately, Ryder's face changed, and his eyes darted around. "Eliza, what nonsense are you talking about? I don't get you." The DNA test results were in, but nothing much surprised me. I kinda saw it coming that Ryder wasn't really my brother. What kind of brother would put his own sister's life in danger for someone else? After the DNA test results came out, I immediately started digging into my background. Turns out it tied back to an old story. Actually, Bella is Ryder's real sister, and I'm the true heiress of the Green family. Back in the day, my mom and Ryder's mom were in the same hospital to give birth. The White family was poor, while the Greens had money. Ryder, being all protective over his sister, swapped me and Bella so she'd have a better life. And just like that, our lives got switched. But, genetics are powerful. I inherited my mom's brains and my dad's people skills, so I always did well in school. Relatives used to say I didn't seem like a white kid. I thought they were just joking, but it turns out they were right. When Ryder saw I had figured things out, he suddenly got this dangerous look and reached for a utility knife nearby. I sneered, "Brother, are you thinking of killing me to shut me up? Is that ungrateful Bella really worth it?" Then, I showed him the secret recording I had. That Ryder is so annoying. He's mute, but he really thinks just 'cause I call him brother, he really is my brother? Dream on. And Tyler, he's just a sycophant like Ryder. Ugh, Ryder makes me sick. Does he have inappropriate feelings for me? Get real, look at his age. If he couldn't help me win competitions, why would I even bother with him? These guys without boundaries really tick me off. They've got no money, but try to act rich. Who do they think they are? After hearing the recording, Ryder shoved me aside and drove off in his van. I'm guessing he went to confront Bella. The next I heard about Ryder was that he died. Apparently, after listening to the recording, he clung to a last hope and went to see Bella. He told her about her lineage, hoping to reconnect. But Bella wouldn't accept it. In a fit of rage, she pushed Ryder off the rooftop. He fell and landed right on Tyler below. Both of them died instantly. Bella ended up getting a life sentence. Hearing all this shocked me, but I never planned to reconnect with my biological parents. The past is the past, let it be. I just want to chill with the millions in my bank account. Do things I enjoy occasionally, without being tied down by supposed family ties. The end.